everybody! So occasionally I'll post 411 videos over a certain topic in travel. So that is what today's video is going to be, a 411 video on road trips. I will give you tips and tricks to make sure that your road trip runs a bit smoother. Can't promise everything's going to be alright with your road trip. Occasionally there will be something questionable happen on pretty much every trip that you're going to go on. But hopefully if you follow these tricks and these tips, your road trip will become much smoother. If you haven't gone on a road trip in the U.S., then there is some things you have to know before you go, and I'm going to help you, so let's get right on into it. The first tip I have for you is to know a game plan before you go. My boyfriend and I made sure that we wrote down all the places that we wanted to go see and how many days we expected to stay at each place, just so we know. You don't want to get to some place and not know where you're going next, not know anything. Sometimes it's great to not know where you're going, but sometimes it's really not. So just make sure you know a general game plan. It'll make things run a lot smoother. For tip number 2, it's kind of the same as the first one, but it's book things in advance. And I know that sounds silly because road trips are supposed to be fun, they're supposed to be crazy, you're supposed to do spontaneous things, but unfortunately the world that we live in today is just not the same as it used to be, and which is really sad, but you just can't not book things in advance. Jamie and I knew that we wanted to go on Mount Rushmore on our trip, but we didn't know if we'd get there or when we'd get there. So we never booked anything, we didn't book a hotel or etc. And that was a really big mistake. I can tell you guys about those details in another video if you'd like. I can tell you the whole story, but basically we were stuck in Rapid City, South Dakota with no hotel. It was going on midnight, we had nowhere to go. And it was just really bad, and we ended up staying in a really, really nasty hotel, and it was just awful, and you don't want things like that. People definitely plan more in advance in today's world, so you kind of have to go with that and plan in advance and book things in advance. So if there's something you really want to do, make sure you book it before so you are guaranteed to get in. You know things will run smoothly and nothing will go wrong. The third tip is to drive a sizable car, which I know sometimes it can be hard because, I mean, hey, me too, we're all on a budget, but if you can, drive a bigger car than like a Bug or, you know what I'm saying, one of those small cars, because it does get uncomfortable. Jamie and I would go on 16-hour lengths of trips between places, so it was really uncomfortable. You can't sleep, you can't be comfortable 24/7, but you at least want to get something that you can be comfortable in most of the time. So if that means to rent a car, borrow a car, I don't know, but if I was you, I would definitely suggest to get a bigger car if you're going on a road trip a lot further away. You'll be so much more comfortable. I promise it'll make things so much easier, but if you can't do that, obviously do whatever you can afford because, you know, we're all on a budget. I totally understand. I'm on a budget, like I said, so do what you can do. If not, just make sure there's lots of pillows because you definitely want to be comfortable for very long lengths, 16-hour drives. You definitely need a pillow. My fourth and final tip is to be patient. I know that's sometimes harder for some people than it is for others, but if you can, be as patient as you can because you're going to be with someone or a group of people for a really long time. I was with Jamie for 2 weeks, and you know, you just kind of have to have a talk before that's saying, hey, I know we're going to kind of get irritated with each other, things are going to go wrong, things are going to not go the way that we want them to go, but we can't get mad at each other. We have to be patient with each other. And just little things like traffic, if you're stuck in traffic for 2 hours, yeah, it is going to put you behind, but you have to be patient or you're going to be miserable. It's no fun being with that impatient person, and I'm sure you don't want to be that impatient person, so just make sure you stay patient, stay nice, don't get in fights with people, especially over petty things. I promise that it'll make the whole trip so much better, and just be patient. I promise, it'll be so great. So that is the 411 on U.S. road trips. I can't speak for every country in the world, but I do think I have a little knowledge in the U.S. hopefully I helped you a little bit. Comment below if you guys have any other tips and tricks. Maybe it'll help some of us out. Maybe it'll help me out. I don't know. But if you have anything to say, comment in the section below. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed and want to see more 411 videos. And I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye!